So don't wait. Live your truth, trust yourself, take action, and remember, you are more powerful than you think. So the question is, are you ready to unlock that power within you? Are you ready to step into your full potential and stop waiting for permission to shine? Because the truth is, the world is waiting for you to show up. And the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the belief that you are worthy of it. You see, the moral of all this is simple. You are the one who holds the key to your success, no one else. When you believe in your own power, you create opportunities where others see obstacles. You turn failures into lessons and setbacks into stepping stones. The world will try to tell you that you're not enough, but I'm here to tell you that you're more than enough. You're everything you need to be right now. And here's the most important part of all. Don't let anyone or anything make you believe you are less than what you are meant to be. There will always be voices, external pressures and circumstances trying to pull you away from your true path. But your power, your greatness is not defined by these external forces. It is defined by you, by the belief you have in yourself and by the actions you take in alignment with your true purpose. But there's a catch. Success doesn't come from simply wishing for it. It comes from making decisions, taking action, and moving forward despite the fear, doubt, and uncertainty that may come your way. The key is not waiting for the perfect time or the perfect set of circumstances. It's moving forward in spite of the imperfections. It's about trusting that even though you don't have all the answers, you will figure it out as you go. When you make the decision to believe in yourself, everything shifts. The world will try to tell you that you need more, that you're not good enough, or that you're not ready. But let me tell you this. You are already enough. You have the power to create the life you desire, but it all starts with believing that you are worthy of it. You have everything inside you to succeed. It's time to stop doubting yourself and start trusting in your abilities. The truth is, we all have a story to tell. We all have a unique journey that's waiting to unfold. But we can't start that journey until we make the choice to stop living for the approval of others and start living for the approval of our own heart. The moral here is simple. You are enough just as you are. There's nothing more you need to prove. You don't have to chase after external achievements or recognition to be worthy. You don't have to follow someone else's path to find success. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to step into your true self and take action. Let me ask you this. How many times have you lived your life based on what other people thought of you? How many decisions have you made because of the pressure to meet someone else's expectations? It's a trap we all fall into. We look for validation from others. We try to fit into boxes that aren't meant for us. And in the process, we lose sight of who we truly are. But let me tell you something. I've been there. And I can tell you, the moment I stopped living for others and started living for myself, my life changed in ways I could have never imagined. But here's the catch. You have to start living your truth. You have to stop letting the world define who you are. It's time to shed the labels, the judgments, the expectations, and the fears that have been holding you back for so long. When you start living in alignment with who you really are, with what you really believe in, you tap into a source of strength you never knew existed. Let me tell you something you may not have realized yet. You are your greatest asset. There is no external thing, no amount of money, no relationship, no job title that can give you the power you have within yourself. The moment you realize this, the moment you fully embrace it, everything in your life begins to change. You stop looking outside of yourself for answers and you start looking inward. You stop seeking approval from others and you begin to approve of yourself. Have you ever stopped to think about how much power you really hold? I'm not talking about the power to control others, the power to manipulate situations, or even the power to achieve wealth or fame. I'm talking about the real power, the kind that comes from deep within you, the kind that has the ability to transform your life in ways you never imagined. But here's the thing, you'll never tap into that power unless you believe in it. And not just believe in it, but truly understand and trust that the power to shape your life, your future, and your success is already within you, waiting for you to unlock it. So I'll leave you with this question. What's one thing you can do right now to move closer to the life you want? Take that step today. Take that leap of faith and watch how everything begins to transform. The journey begins the moment you decide to take action. It's time to stop waiting and start living. Take it from me. The moment you decide to take action is the moment your life begins to change. Stop waiting for the right time and create that time for yourself. The world is waiting for you to show up. Your dreams are waiting for you to take the first step. And when you do, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to fall into place. Here's the key. The more you act, the clearer the path becomes. The more you step into your purpose, the more the universe starts to align with you. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you want. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need to know every step of the journey. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to start and trust that as you move forward, you'll discover the way. So, what's holding you back? What is it that's keeping you from stepping into the life you deserve? It's time to stop making excuses and start taking responsibility for your future. Don't let fear or uncertainty paralyze you. You have everything you need to take the next step, and you'll figure out the rest as you go. The only way to truly move forward is by making the decision to take action, even when the path isn't clear, even when the future is uncertain. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. That's the nature of growth. It pushes you outside your comfort zone, and it challenges you to trust yourself and take risks. If you're waiting for the perfect conditions to act, you'll be waiting forever. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Life moves forward whether you're ready or not. And the opportunities you've been waiting for will pass you by unless you take action. Think about it. How many things in your life have you put off simply because you didn't feel ready? How many dreams have you pushed aside because you thought there was a better time to pursue them? You can wait all you want, but waiting only delays the inevitable. You're always going to feel some level of fear or uncertainty before taking action, but it's in the moments of fear that you grow the most. It's in those moments that you learn who you really are and what you're truly capable of. I know how it feels to hesitate. I've been there. You have an idea, you get excited about the possibilities, and then doubt creeps in. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if it doesn't work out? But you know what I've learned through experience? You will never know until you try. The best way to find out what you're capable of is to take action, to make a move, and trust that the universe will help guide you in the right direction. But nothing will happen unless you take that first step. I'm not saying that you should rush into things without thinking, but what I am saying is that action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You can dream all day long, you can make plans, you can set goals, but if you never take that first step, you'll stay exactly where you are. The power of action is what turns ideas into reality, dreams into accomplishments, and potential into actual success. Let me repeat that. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The best time to act, to step into your greatness, is not tomorrow, not next week, and not when you have everything figured out. The best time to act is right now. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you said to yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm not ready yet, or I'll wait for the perfect moment? We've all been there, haven't we? We tell ourselves we'll take that leap, we'll take that action, just not today. And so we wait. We wait for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or the right feeling. But here's the truth, my friends. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The power to succeed is already inside you. It always has been. Now it's time to tap into it. So let me ask you again. Do you believe in yourself? If not, it's time to start. It's time to believe that you have everything inside you to create the life you desire. The moment you embrace that belief, your world will begin to change. Here's the thing, life is going to test you. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when the road ahead seems too difficult, when others doubt you, and when you wonder if you're truly capable. But I promise you this, when you trust in your own ability, when you embrace the belief that you can achieve anything, you will move mountains. There's nothing more powerful than someone who believes in themselves and refuses to back down. Every time you doubt yourself, you give power to the fear. Every time you let uncertainty control you, you rob yourself of the opportunities right in front of you. But the moment you choose to believe in yourself, really believe in yourself, you step into your true power. That's when everything shifts. That's when you start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. That's when you start showing up as the best version of yourself. So, I'm asking you today, what are you waiting for? Why are you holding yourself back? You have the ability to achieve everything you've ever wanted, but it all starts with believing that you are capable of it. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of happiness. And you are more powerful than you realize. The truth is, we all have the potential to achieve greatness. Every one of us is born with the ability to create the life we want, but that potential can only be realized when we have unwavering belief in ourselves. Without that belief, all the talent, all the hard work, all the passion in the world won't get us far. It's the belief in your abilities that gives you the courage to take the first step, even when you're scared, even when you're scared. It's the belief in your potential that keeps you going when the road gets tough. I've been there. I know what it's like to feel uncertain, to wonder if I have what it takes. I've had moments where the road ahead seemed impossible and I felt like I was too small to make a difference. But I also know this, every time I took that leap of faith, even when I didn't feel ready, even when the doubt was screaming in my mind, something incredible happened. I discovered that the belief I had in myself was stronger than the fear I felt, and in that discovery I unlocked doors I never even knew existed. But here's the truth we all have to face. Self-doubt is a natural part of life. Every single person, no matter how successful they are, has had moments of doubt, but what sets those who succeed apart from those who don't is the ability to move forward in spite of those doubts. It's the ability to look fear in the face and say, I believe in myself. And that's enough to push me forward. I'm here today to tell you that you are capable of more than you think. You may not always feel it and you may not always see it, but it's there, waiting to be awakened. The moment you decide to believe in yourself is the moment everything begins to change. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. You stop letting fear control you. You stop doubting your abilities. You start showing up as the person you were always meant to be. You see, belief isn't just a nice thing to have. Belief is the driving force behind everything you'll ever accomplish. It's the foundation on which success is built, and it's the power that turns obstacles into opportunities. But here's the kicker. Belief isn't something you just wish for. It's something you create. It's a choice, a mindset, and above all, it's the key to unlocking the life you've always dreamed of. I want you to do something for me right now. Close your eyes and imagine something. Picture the most difficult challenge you've ever faced in your life. Maybe it was a setback, a failure, or a moment when you felt completely out of your depth. Now imagine that in that very moment, you had the unwavering belief in yourself that you could overcome it. Imagine knowing without a shadow of a doubt that no matter how hard things got, you would rise. How differently would you have handled that challenge? How much more powerful would you have felt? It's time to define yourself on your own terms. When you do that, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. So I ask you again, who are you? Not the label, not the title. Who are you at your core? So I ask you again, who are you? Not the label, not the title. Who are you at your core? No one else can tell you who you are. Only you have the power to do that. And once you fully embrace that power, you will realize that you are capable of achieving things you never thought possible. Here's a powerful truth. You have the ability to rewrite the story of your life. You can choose how you define yourself regardless of what others may say or think. It's time to stop being defined by labels and start being defined by who you are at your core. When you break free from those constraints, you unlock your true potential, and that's when the real magic happens. It's time to give yourself permission to be more than what the world says you should be. It's time to create your own identity, one that aligns with your values, your passions, and your purpose. When you do this, you will no longer seek validation from the world because you will already know who you are. And let me challenge you today. Stop letting the world tell you who you are. Stop letting the titles and labels that others place on you define your worth. You are not your past, and you are certainly not your mistakes. You are a unique individual with untapped potential, and you are worthy of creating your own story. If we want to live fully, we have to break free from the constraints of these labels. You are more than your job title. You are more than the role you play in someone else's story. You are not defined by your past mistakes or your current circumstances. The true you, your essence, your potential, your value, cannot be confined to a label. They make life easier. They help others categorize us, but at the same time, they trap us in tiny boxes. Think about how many times people have said things like, oh, you're a teacher, so you must be patient, or you're a business owner, so you must be good with money. But those labels don't capture the full picture of who we are. They don't account for the vastness of our potential, the depth of our talents, or the power of our unique experiences. You see, every time you accept a label that doesn't align with your true self, you give away a piece of your power. You let others dictate how far you can go, what you can achieve, and even who you are capable of becoming. But what if you didn't need to accept those labels? What if instead you started to define yourself not by what you do, not by what others think, but by who you truly are? Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you let the world tell you who you are? How many times have you allowed your job, your income, or your past failures to define your value? I know I've done it more times than I care to admit. It's easy to get caught up in that cycle because the world is constantly telling us who we should be. We're told to climb the corporate ladder, to get the right degree, to keep up with the Joneses, to make certain kinds of decisions. But in the end, when we let others define us, we lose sight of the unique and incredible person we were always meant to be. For far too long, I too was caught up in the trap of defining myself by what others thought of me, by what society expected of me. I let my job, my social circle, and even my past mistakes dictate who I was and what I could achieve. I believed that I had to fit into certain boxes, live up to certain standards, and prove my worth in a way that others would approve of. But over time, I began to realize something profound. The moment I stopped letting external labels define me, I started to define myself. It's a powerful question, isn't it? Too often we let the world define us by the labels and roles it places on us. We think that our worth is tied to the job we hold, the number of followers we have, or the titles that we carry. But here's the truth you need to understand. You are not your label. You are not the title you hold. You are not the roles others want you to play. Imagine for a moment that you are holding a beautiful, intricate mirror in your hands. As you gaze into it, you see not just the reflection of your face, but the reflection of your true self, the person you were always meant to be. Now imagine that this mirror shatters into 1,000 pieces, each piece representing a label, a judgment, a role that the world has placed upon you. How much of your reflection is truly you and how much of it is what others have said you should be? It's time to stop searching for validation from the outside world. It's time to look within, to recognize your own greatness, and to tap into the endless well of potential that resides in your heart. When you do that, you'll realize that the power you seek has been with you all along. The most powerful thing you can do in this life is to recognize your own value and then align your actions with that truth. You have within you a fire that is unmatched. You have within you a vision, a purpose, and the ability to make your dreams a reality. But you have to believe it first. When you truly tap into the power within you, you stop living in fear and start living in possibility. You stop comparing yourself to others because you realize that your journey is unique and your potential is limitless. You become unstoppable because you know that the world can throw whatever it wants at you, but you have everything you need to overcome it. Think about it. What if you stopped doubting yourself? What if you looked at every challenge as an opportunity to show just how strong you really are? What if you believed that every setback was just a stepping stone to the success you deserve? How do you unlock this power? It starts with something simple. Believe in yourself. It sounds cliche, but it's the foundation of everything. When you believe that you have everything you need to succeed, you start to show up in life differently. You stop waiting for permission to shine. You stop looking to others for validation. You start trusting your own instincts, and you realize that the only approval you need is your own. Now, I'm not saying that external things like success or recognition are bad, far from it, but I want you to stop chasing them as if they're the keys to your happiness. They're not. The real key is understanding that your worth comes from within, and once you unlock that power, everything else will fall into place. The truth is that everything you've been searching for is already inside of you. It's your heart, your mind, your spirit, your dreams, your purpose, your passion. They are all waiting to be tapped into. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your belief in yourself. The only thing stopping you is the fear that you are not enough, the doubt that you're not capable. But I'm here today to tell you, you are enough. You are capable. Let's get real for a moment. Most of us spend our lives looking outward. We think that when we get the right job, the right relationship, the right house, or the right social media following, then we'll feel complete. But let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten one of those things only to find that it doesn't bring you the lasting fulfillment you thought it would? You get the job, but you still feel empty. You get the approval, but it doesn't bring peace. Why? Because what you're truly searching for isn't something external. It's the recognition of the incredible power and potential you already have within you. Let me tell you something. I've been where you are. I've spent years searching for answers in the wrong places, looking for validation from others, trying to fit into boxes that never seemed right. I was constantly chasing approval, striving to meet expectations that weren't even mine to begin with. But I'll tell you right now, the day I stopped looking for my worth outside of myself was the day my life started to change. You might be sitting there thinking, yeah, that sounds great, but how do I actually access it? It all begins with understanding one simple but profound truth. The power you seek is not outside of you, it's already within you. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more. We need more success, more validation, more material wealth, more recognition. Every day we're told we have to go out and chase something, someone else's idea of success. But here's the truth that too many people overlook. The most important thing you'll ever chase is already within you. Everything you need to succeed, to find happiness and to live the life you've always dreamed of is already inside your heart and mind. It's just waiting for you to unlock it. So again, I ask you, do you know who you are? If not, it's time to find out. Because everything you need to change your life, to live your dreams, and to make an impact in the world is already within you. The world is waiting for you to show up as your full self. And trust me, when you do, there's nothing that can stop you. Today, I challenge you to ask yourself, who am I really? Not just as a title, not just as a role, but as a person with infinite possibilities. Embrace that power. Embrace the greatness that's within you. Stop limiting yourself with the small beliefs that have kept you stuck. Here's the secret. When you align with your true self, when you tap into your purpose, the universe starts working with you. Doors open, opportunities arise, and everything begins to fall into place. But it all starts with one thing, you. It's time to stop pretending that you don't have what it takes. You do. You always have. The only thing that's been holding you back is the belief that you're not enough, that you can't rise above your circumstances. But let me ask you this, if you truly knew who you were, if you truly believed in your potential, what would you do differently? How would you live your life? I've been there. I know what it's like to feel lost, to feel like you're not enough, to feel like you're just a cog in the wheel of life. But I'm here to tell you, you are not just a cog. You are the engine, the power, the heartbeat that drives everything forward. But here's the catch. It's not enough to just ask the question. You have to believe it. You have to take action on it. It's easy to say, I know who I am, but are you living it? Are you showing up in your life with the full confidence of knowing that the world is yours to take? Or are you still hiding behind fear, behind doubt, behind the opinions of others? Have you ever taken a moment to truly reflect on who you are? To ask yourself, beyond all the noise, what do I stand for? What makes me unique? Because when you know who you are, when you are connected to your core, you are unstoppable. You become a force. Here's the hard truth. Most of us spend our lives searching for answers in the wrong places. We think we need to be someone else. We look for validation from others. We compare ourselves to people who seem to have it all together. But I'm here today to tell you this. The most important journey you will ever take is the journey inward. But what if I told you that everything you need to succeed, to be happy, to live a fulfilling life, is already inside of you? What if the person you are waiting to become is already the person you are? Do you truly understand the power within you? Do you recognize the potential inside you that can move mountains? Because, my friends, it's all too easy to get lost in the noise of this world. We get caught up in what we do, not in who we are. And when we do that, we miss the most powerful part of ourselves. I want to start with a simple question. Do you know who you are? Now, I'm not talking about your name, your job, or the labels the world puts on you. I'm asking you to think deeper, to look beyond the surface.